show as the Bulls face the Detroit Pistons in Paris. We've had 3 days off, y'all. I haven't known what to do with myself. I don't know what you guys have been feeling. It's weird to have to come back to a game that's in the middle of the day as well. But you know what? We're going to rock it out. We're going to do what we do anyway, even though it's in the middle of the workday. But really looking forward to this game. Just looking forward to Bulls basketball overall. We're going to break it all down, talk about it, interact, have some fun right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
All right, Bulls fans, welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls. And I don't even know how many people is going to be in here. It's a game in the middle of the day. It's a pregame show for a game that's in the middle of the day. We don't know what the turnout is going to be. I have no idea. But we in this bitch anyway. Matt says, what's up, Haize? What's going on, fam? Glad to have you in the building. Let's go from Cortez Brooks. What's going on, fam? Jamal says, what's good, Haize? Ready for a Bulls win? Hey, listen, I hope so, Jamal, bro. Like, let's hope the Bulls get a damn dub today, man. But yeah, definitely happy to be in the building. Happy to be in here chatting Bulls. My favorite thing to do is talk Chicago Bulls, man. It's weird to have a game in the middle of the day. I won't lie to you, but this Detroit Pistons team is a team that I hope the Bulls aren't overlooking. And with everyone and the Bulls, how they've been losing against the sub 500 teams, they cannot take anything lightly in this game. They just can't. And so hopefully the Bulls are locked in and they're prepared to face a team that, they're bottom. They're 24th in the league in offense, 28th, I think, in defense. So because of that, the Bulls should be able to come in and take care of business. But, this is a young team. They got Bojan Bogdanovic, who can score and light it up and who probably is going to drop a lot on the Bulls. Sadiq Bey, who played really good against the Bulls last time we played against them. So you just never can overlook anything with this Chicago Bulls or take anything for granted. So they're going to have to come in locked in. DeMar DeRozan's first game back after missing, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, DeMar's missed 3 games, right? 4 games, I think DeMar's missed. So he got to be locked in. Definitely got to be locked in. Bulls, I got my drip off today against Nothing But Bulls podcast. So we got a Chicago Bulls drip off. So I'm gonna be ready to go. I'm even going to the barber in the middle of the game. I'm gonna be watching the game and getting a haircut. But I do have a program update for you guys. So the post game show is probably not going to be right after the game ends. I'm probably gonna be about 30 minutes after the game ends before I'm able to go, because I am still working during the day. So I'm already doing this on my break. And then I'm going to watch the game, and then I'm going to come back and do the post-game show after I clock out for work. So just be prepared for me to be a little bit late, not right after the game like I usually am, but we still won't be too far after the game. So just a little program update on that. But you guys know what it is. Everything Bulls in the building says, yo, what's going on, fam? Cortez, what's good, my dude? What's going on, Cortez? Glad to have you in the building. Live from the CBC. Come on, man. You already know what it is. I forgot the game's early. Yeah, the game's super early today, which is ridiculous. Mark says we need this dub. Absolutely. Facebook user, is that J-Max says go Bulls. What's going on, fam? Let's go. We back, baby. You already know, man. DeRozan should have set out again. Nah, I wouldn't say that. You want to get him back in, right? And let's be clear here. The Bulls, could he have sat versus Detroit? Yeah, but when you look at the stage, look at everything, they're not going to have him sit. I'm sure the NBA call is like, hey, DeMar, how much can you go? Because again, you're being an advocate not only for your own team, but for the NBA and the game of basketball right now playing over in Paris. So they were incentivized to have DeMar out there. That's for sure. Listen, where you getting the hats I needs, my guy? Oh, bro, everything, 99% of my hats just come from Lids. I just all it is Lids has a different series of hats. I don't know if this is the first year they're doing it. Usually I just buy whatever hats come out, right? I'm sorry, not Lids, New Era. And so they come out, this was part of the Shadow series. But they just came out with they've been coming out with a new series like once a month for like the last 4 or 5 months. So I always cop the new hat. They do have a new series already. They're the two-tone series, and I really like it. I'll probably be ordering that here in a couple of days. So be on the lookout for that. We got new Bulls drip coming again, because that's just what I do. I buy Bulls. You send me, you produce Bulls drip, Haize buys Bulls drip. It's just really that simple, right? It's not a complicated thing or algorithm that goes into it. They release Bulls drip, I cop Bulls drip. That's it. It's just that simple. There's no ifs, ands, there's no buts, there's no thinking involved. The new drip drops. Haize thus gets said new drip. That's just, it's one of the things written. This is the new hat. This is a two-tone joint. I don't like it as much as some of the other, and this is the snapback. I'm going to get the fitted. I don't really do snapbacks too much. But like, I don't like it as much as some of the, like this is now my favorite Bulls hat, period. I don't like that one as much, but I got to add it to the repertoire. Like I can't just go without getting a new drip, bro. I hope I'm not right, but this is the game we lose, but I believe we not. Listen, man, I hope we get it. Bro, I'm at school watching this live. Hey, man, listen, you got to do what you got to do, fam. You definitely got to do what you got to. Don't get in trouble, though. Can't get out hustled today. Let's hope not, man. I'm feeling that hat, broski. Dope. Appreciate that. Yeah, I got to go online and get me one. Yeah, man, you listen, come on. And that red hoodie, I got to slide with one. Yeah, I see that red hoodie. I got to slide with one. Oh, which red hoodie? The one I wore in a couple videos ago. Yeah, that's one of my favorite hoodies. Background Bulls drip. I appreciate that, fam. Definitely appreciate it. I think DeMar might sit versus the Hawks, though. I wouldn't mind because I want him to be 100%. Players his age, like Harden, can't have a nagging injury like that. Well, keep in mind, he played 8 games before it and played pretty good. Like, the thing is yeah, it's a hammy, and hammies can be more dangerous, but like, I guarantee you most players in the league will tell you that they play with a pulled hamstring a nice chunk of time. It's just one of the things that come with it, man. It is what it is. The Bulls, listen. We gonna be all right, man. That's all I can say. We gonna be all right. You buying the Off-White Bulls collab? Listen, Off-White's varsity jackets be like $1,700. So, man, I don't know. Y'all really don't like that hat? I know it looks like the Miami Heat one does look a lot like that too, but that's just the series, the two-tone series they doing. I already got a hat that kind of look like that, but fuck it. It is what it is. I think DeMar sit versus the Hawks, though. I wouldn't mind because I want him to be 100%. Players his age, like Harden, can have it. Oh, I already read that one. Yeah, the one you got on, I got it. Oh, the shirt? This ain't a hoodie. This is just a shirt. Yo, Haize, heard you on Locked On episode saying you also travel between the U.S. and Europe. Would you ever consider a meetup with your European subscribers? Nicola, absolutely. So, like, for those that knew, I grew up in Germany and Italy. About a nice chunk of my life was spent between those two countries. I would absolutely do one. Like, and whenever I go back to Europe, I'm definitely going to do a tour. Like, I'm not like a formal tour. I mean, like, I'm going to probably spend like 2 weeks over there just traveling and doing some shit. C-Ray UK says, bonjour from Paris. I saw that you and Neil were over there, man. I'm glad that you guys are over there. I'm glad you guys are having fun. Glad you got to listen to my show as well during your travels. Hopefully I didn't annoy you too much, man, but glad to have you over there representing us for sure, brother. Everybody donate a sub so Haize can rock that Off-White drip. Hey, listen, man. The thing with that is, right, is I'm probably going to get it. Eventually. It's probably not going to be immediately, though. But man, that the red one, the blue one's cool. I really like the red one, man. Really like the red one. Going to be watching the game at work. Hopefully I don't yell during the game. Listen, there's been times before. I think there was a time during the Derrick Rose, or was it after when Jimmy was, that the Bulls played overseas again, and I was at work. It's when I used to actually go to work and worked in the cubicle. I had like my tablet kind of over in the side in the corner, and I was watching the game. There was like one time when something happened, I was like, oh crap, I can't say that. Yeah, so Matthew says, what up, bro? I appreciate you getting back to me on Instagram. Wait, was that a sarcastic remark, or did I actually get back to you? Sometimes, man, listen, so the social media, I don't usually get DM'd a lot, so I don't check my DMs a lot. So if you guys do ever message me on social media and I don't get right back to you, I promise you it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's not because I take it for granted. I'm very rarely ever check DMs on social media. Oh yeah, I did message you back, man. I'm tripping. See, look, I don't even like tripping. What's good, Haize? Ready to get humiliated by the Pistons after winning against a good team? Hey, Triple B, let's hope not, fam. Let's hope that that's not the case, man. I hope that the Bulls play a team game today and Zach or DeMar don't go heavy ISO because we are in Paris. If they're cooking, then cook. But if not, play team ball. Absolutely. 100% agree with you on that one. Dysfunctional says, bonjour from Florida. Let's get this win. We got to get the dub. You think we should go after Bol? He's on a 2-year, $4 million deal. Oh, listen, they're not getting rid of Bol. The Magic are not letting Bol go, right? They're not on that type of friendly deal. Now, if they were to, I think maybe at the draft, like if they do, let's say the Magic get the number 1 overall pick, they're going to have to move one of those bigs, probably 2 of those bigs. I'm going to say Mo Bamba's moved either way in the offseason, but I think at that point, if you do get the number 1 overall pick and you have a chance to draft Wemby, Wendell, he probably got to go too, because at that point you're looking at Paolo and Wemby as your 2 up front. And then even you're bringing Bol off the bench then? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. No, you actually did. Yeah, I remember. I had to remember for a second. Laughing my ass off at work at Sky Zone. A parent got mad at me once for watching the game during my shift. Oh, listen, I used to work overnight, right? And so the games would be over with and stuff by then, but I would literally be watching like the press conferences. It was slow. There was nothing going on. And one time my boss came up to me. They're like, you're on that phone. You're watching this. I said, listen, Derrick Rose just scored 35 points. You don't get the fuck up. I was young then. I was like 19 years old. I used to cuss out my bosses all the time. It's amazing I've made it to where I've made it to in corporate America, because young me, I used to go the fuck off on people. Chris Jefferson says, what's good, fam? New to your channel. Go Bulls. Well, thank you for joining. Thank you for being a part of the channel. Hopefully you have fun here, man. Hopefully you have fun. It's 8:30 p.m. here. Hey, so bonjour from Paris. What's going on, Abdo? Glad to have you going to the game today. Haize, don't never be on socials. I don't think he realizes I follow him on my personal Instagram. He just hops on to post 4K selfies now and then. Hey, I really don't be like, that's the thing. Like, I really don't be on social media like that. Like, there was a time in my life where, especially like during the beginning of the pandemic, I was on social media so much then because everything shut down. Movies are my thing. No new movies were coming out. Things were shutting, like there's nothing to go do. So like I was on social media a lot then. But I'm really not on social media a lot. I'm just not. So like there are times where I get messages from people about things on the show and I'm like, hey man, I had no idea you followed me. Shit, there's this one person who messaged me about something and I literally didn't see it for like 3 months. And I was like, hey, you still want that t-shirt? So yeah, man, I'm trying to get better at it though. I've been hearing Ayton or Vooch, your thoughts? Man, I highly doubt the Bulls have the assets to trade for DeAndre Ayton, because you got to look at it. At minimum, right? And I'm not even going to go into how Rudy Gobert trade inflated the market, but at minimum, the Suns can probably get a nice player back and 2 first-round picks. The Bulls just don't have that many first-round picks to give. Now, if for some reason they just they were motivated to do a deal with the Bulls, let's just say, hey, they look at Vooch. They want Vooch locked in. They want a veteran at center. Because of that, they're willing to trade Ayton for. Maybe you still throw in your 2026 first round, as I think is the next first round pick we can trade. But even then, like they would have to literally just want the pieces the Bulls want. And even then, they may want DeMar, right? So let me ask you guys this. If the Phoenix Suns called and they said, we want DeMar, the Portland fifth, the Portland first, your 2026 first round pick, and Marko Simonovic for DeAndre Ayton. They don't even want Vooch. You can move Vooch in a separate deal. They don't even want Vooch. Do you do that deal? Because you got to look at it. They could be motivated, especially with Chris Paul just not having the impact, to pair another veteran with Devin Booker for a playoff run. They may, if they want Vooch and DeMar, listen, can we get Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder, and DeAndre Ayton? If they want DeMar and Vooch, and they give us Crowder, Cam Johnson, and DeAndre Ayton, and all we got to do is add in the first round pick to that, you do that deal. I'll drive to Phoenix. I'll bring DeAndre Ayton back personally. The other motherfuckers can fly. But I don't know how likely that deal is really going to be. Magic are doing what they can to build a versatile positionless team. Moving Bol would be the silly one to move. Yeah, that's the thing. If anybody's on that, I think Bol is going to be the one to stick. Paolo definitely. Franz Wagner definitely. Maybe they move Mo, but then they may be motivated to keep Mo because of his brother being there. But I think if they get Wemby, specifically, I'm saying that specifically, I think Mo Bamba, Mo Wagner, and Wendell Carter, two, if not all three of them, are going to be got to be shipped at some point. The Magic would get rid of Bamba, but his contract's $10 million per year. Might be too high for us. We'd have to give up Caruso at least. I wouldn't do that. Oh, agreed. We'd have to give up Caruso, or it'd have to be, I think, a combination of Kobe, Tony Bradley, and I think Marco gets you there too. But at this point, I wouldn't want to give up Kobe either. So Watt Slice says, Peace Haize, are you getting the off-white Bulls drop, man? They asked me about that earlier, man. That varsity jacket is going to be at least $1,700, probably more likely $3,000. That's a tall order, man. Yo, what's up, Haize? Do you think Debo should come off the bench for this game to get his rhythm back? I would like to see him be the scoring option on the bench for this one. I doubt it, because the way that DeRozan's game is, he's going to get in the rhythm. Like DeRozan is you don't have to really worry about DeRozan getting out of rhythm, I don't think. Abe says, much love all the way from Mexico City. Glad to have you in the building here, brother. I need confirmation. I know the Magic have our pick this year, but if we are in the top 4, do we keep our pick? I'm trying to understand the deal. Do you know? Yes, it's top 4 protected, meaning that if it falls in the top 4, we keep it. Anything other than the top 4, it goes to the Magic. I enjoyed watching Locked On Bulls today with the crossover for Locked On Pistons. Is that a possibility to see more in the future with other teams? Yeah, I mean, we've done it 3 times already this season. We did it once in the offseason with Locked On Warriors. We did one with Locked On, I think it was Locked On Knicks before one of the Knicks games. I wasn't on that episode, though. I was sick. And then we did that one. So, yeah, we try to get in more Locked On hosts when we can. What's happening, Haize? What's happening, everyone? That's from David Holiday. What's going on, fam? Man, honestly, I think Indiana is still the most realistic spot for Ayton, right? I doubt we even get a call back from him, man. So, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, the Pacers are the one that signed him to that offer sheet. So I think that means he can't be traded to the Pacers until next season. There's some type of rule that if you're the team, because I remember when we signed JJ Redick to that offer sheet, the Magic ended up matching. And then when the Magic ended up, there was rumors that they were going to be shipping JJ Redick. The Bulls couldn't get involved in it. I believe he can't go to the Indiana Pacers this season. I believe that that's the case. Hold on, let's see if I can find it real quick. Yep, they can't be traded for 1 year to the team that signed him with the offer sheet. So because DeAndre Ayton signed that offer sheet with the Indiana Pacers, he cannot be traded there until a year from that deal. So we're looking at July until he's able to be traded to the Indiana Pacers. So it depends on if they want to wait. Ayton makes too much if we're not a luxury tax team. Plus, I don't know if he's playing poorly because he hates the team or if he peaked 2 years ago. Who is to say if he'll be motivated in a different uniform? That is definitely a risk that you take there, brother. Hey, good afternoon. Do you still believe in the front office? I'm pessimistic with the team. I still believe in them overall, but I'm not. It's not the blind belief. They got to show me, right? They got to show me. I'm going to Arizona and carrying him on his back. Hey, listen, you got to do that, man. My boy, I love DeMar, but Chris Paul and DeMar would be the greatest losing team of all time. The narrative surrounding those two almost fits perfectly. Again, hey, but maybe they're the ones that the players that kept missing the title that joined together and then win one. So we'll see. Can post a picture of the jacket. I haven't seen it. Do I have one? Give me 1 second. I don't know if I still. That's the jacket. That's the red one. And then there's a blue and black one as well. I think I got that somewhere in here. There it goes. And then this is the blue and black one. The blue and black one's cool. That was the one I saw first. But then when I saw this red and off-white one, that's nice, man. That's nice. So, yeah. Bulls logic says, kind of off topic, but why everyone is just assuming Larry is an all-star this year? You can easily find 12 other players better than him, and he's a borderline all-star because of the voting. I think he's towards the top of all-star voting, so more than likely he's going to make it in. Yeah, Jamal, the Pacers can't get Ayton this year, which is what I thought. Tough spot for Phoenix mostly. They just made the finals, so it's probably very confusing and difficult to get a deal done. They can keep them as competitive as they like to be. Well, I mean, the thing is, right, is they're not really, I mean, we'll see. We'll see, man. Just call me ID in the building with the Flames. What's up, bro? I'm not a red guy, but damn, red gonna look good on me, man. Listen, this red one, and I like that it actually has the Bulls logo on the front of it. The thing I don't like about the blue one, you can't really see it, but there's no Bulls logo. There's this one here, but there's no actual Chicago Bulls logo. I'm doing it like you guys can see my pointer. There's one on the arm, but there's no Bulls logo on the front of the jacket. I like that the front of this jacket, you can instantly tell it's an off-white and Chicago Bulls collab. I like that, man. That's just nice. How long do you reckon DeMar will stay in Zach LaVine? Zach is here. He's locked in unless the Bulls go true full rebuild. He's here. DeMar. I mean, DeMar's going to feel. I think DeMar's going to sign a second contract here. So. I'm ready for the turnaround to start right here, right now. The turnaround started a couple of years ago. You remember when we were a team that struggled to get 30 wins? That turnaround started when we won 40, had over 40 wins last season. It's just we're stuck in it right now. So I mean, we're in the place where you got to be, where we're at right now, unfortunately. But we'll see if we can get a little bit more consistent. Passive P going to put in some work this game. Let's hope so. No Passive P this game. I like the blue one. Low key cold. Yeah, it's nice. Definitely nice. Hope Billy Donovan learned from last game to play through Vooch as it worked. Isaiah Stewart may be a tougher matchup though. P.S. I also expect Alex Burks and Bojan to be the ones to go off on us in this game. Oh, for sure. And Bay, for sure. That's 100% going to happen. I'm glad Phoenix is falling off because we need the Blazers to make the playoffs. The Jazz need to fall off too. The Blazers are only 2 games back from the 6th seed, which would lock in our pick. That's one thing that's so crazy about the parity right now in the NBA. The Golden State Warriors, at the start of one day, were the 11th seed. By the end of that day, with them just winning one game, were the 7th seed. That's how tight these conferences are this season. And that's why you don't see many trades right now. That's why the trade market is so quiet, because literally a one hot streak or a team getting injured or you getting a player back healthy could completely change the outlook of your season. Yo, Haize, do you think with DeMar being back, the Bulls run the risk of falling back into their old habit? Oh, for sure. Always run the risk of that. We should trade for Burks. No, I'm good on that. We don't need no more guards right now. Good on that. And Burks has looked good in what, like 1-2 games for the Detroit Pistons? Let's wait and see if that's sustained, man. I don't know if it's going to be. But Alex Burks is a vet. He understands and knows how to really pick his spots. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. That has fire. Where did you get it from? New Era. But I ordered it from Lids, but it's just a New Era cap. In France, the Lovables don't shave their pits. Be glad it's just one game, fans. That's hilarious. As someone who grew up in Europe, that isn't as true as some people would think. But it definitely is true for still a lot of people over there in Europe. Warriors should lose a draft pick for tampering with Alex Caruso. They've been doing it a lot lately since Steve Kerr made the comment that he would love to have him, especially if he's traded there. I mean, I get what you're saying with that. Bulls should start Kobe at point guard. His defense and ball handling skills got better. I like Io, but I believe Kobe will run the team better now that he's older. Still don't believe that. And that's the thing is too, is that I think Kobe gets more chances to run the offense because he is coming off the bench. He's not going to, Io doesn't get a lot of chance to run the offense. Like the starting point guard doesn't generally initiate offense on our team outside of passing it to DeMar Vooch. That's really it. They cross half court, they get it to DeMar Vooch, and then the rest of the offense runs. Marco says possibly D Rose returning in the next 2 or 3 years. I know I'm the minority here, right? So I know I'm the minority here. Other than being an actual minority, I mean minority opinion. I don't care. Like the thing is, Derrick Rose, anything that he could bring to this team isn't things that we actually need right now. Derrick Rose isn't the Derrick Rose that we remember, and I'm past gimmick signings for this team. Where this team is right now, our money and spending power needs to go to places that are going to solidify this team being a deep playoff team. And the signing of Derrick Rose, per where the roster is now in 2 or 3 years, it could be in a different place, isn't nothing but a fucking vanity signing. And I'm over that. Yeah, he'll sell a lot of jerseys. Yeah, the city will be happy. Yeah, a lot of Bulls fans will be happy. But what does that do to the actual winning basketball on the court? I don't give a damn about no more vanity moves from this team. I don't give a damn. Give Joakim Noah a 10-day contract if that's what you want to do. I don't give a shit. If it's not something that's going to help this team get further in the playoffs, I don't care. And I'm sorry, right now, I don't see Derrick Rose as being that player that really increases what we got going on for the playoffs. Do you see the new hat? Did it sell out that fast? I can't find it nowhere. How I was going to buy it. Did you see the new hat? Oh, the Paris one, the Don Burr one or whatever. I saw it. I wasn't that impressed with it. Will Andre Drummond actually play this game or Billy still won't play him? Who knows? And we'll find out on today's episode of Dragon Ball Z. Not saying get rid of DeMar at all, but I think we really got a good pace and space game without him, and the defense was better. We still lost more games than what we won in them. If we went on like a 4-game winning streak without DeMar and the offense was rocking and rolling, I think we'd have a better case for that. We won 1 game. So, Kobe, I can't read that, my brother. I don't even know what you're talking about, sweaty bloke. You just said Kobe. Absolutely need to feed Vooch tonight and play collective defense. I swear to God, if they have jet lag, I will definitely be seeing red. Well, they've been over there for 3 days now, so they shouldn't have jet lag at this point. The Bull says, hey, Haize, what role player is going to cook us today? It happens every time. Alex Burks, Sadiq Bey, they're good candidates to do so. I love Kobe so much, but if we ever let him go, I really want Pop or Kerr to coach him. Man, I love to see his shooting and passing be used to his full potential. If we let him go, love him though. Yeah, man. I think if Kobe does go to another team and that team, it's like you're going to take 15 shots a game regardless if it's falling or not. I think Kobe's going to find a way to start being consistent. When you get a draft pick taken for tampering, where does the pick go? Does the other team get it, or is it just no one picked at the spot? Yeah, it just goes away. It just goes away. What's going on with Miles Bridges? He got things bigger to worry about than basketball. Keep him away from my team. DD 2014 says, we love D Rose back, but I understand if it's an irrational. I wouldn't say it's irrational because I understand the rationale in wanting D Rose back, right? He's former Chicago Bull. We love him. Heart of the city, from the city. Like, I understand all the rationale going into it. It's just for me, until this team is like, if this team was a Eastern Conference Finals, like projected to be there, if they were at that level, at that point, do all the vanity signings you want. Bring D Rose back. Get a pump, put it in Joakim Noah's leg so he can come out there. Like, sign them all so they can go on a playoff run and not play. Do all that. But with how far this team is from truly competing, I don't need no more vanity signings on this team. I can see D Rose when he finally calls it quits and signing one of those one day. Oh yeah, like didn't Joakim Noah? I know Luau Deng did it. So yeah, those are, I definitely see him doing something like that. That's for sure. Y'all ready for Diallo to drop 30 on our ass? That's crazy. By the way, I did sign up the channel for Playback TV. Not going to step on what Pat and the Windy City Breeze are doing, but with the way that we're going to utilize it here, when we do our draft analysis, we're going to have the draft up. anytime. Maybe do some things during the playoffs. But like free agency opening up, watching the waiver wire, the trade deadline. So during the trade deadline, I'll probably have ESPN up on playback TV, and we'll be chilling, watching it, wait for any breaking news, trades, things like that. So be on the lookout for that. Don't y'all want D Rose to get a ring first? Fuck coming back home, to be honest. I mean, listen. DJJ better drop 50 after that proposal he did. That's funny. He better come out motivated. DeRozan give us 30, but also give them 50 at the same time. His defense hurts us, and isolation ball puts us in some bad positions. Absolutely. We got to use playback for tape too. Oh, that's a good one. Hey, listen, that's your ministry. So for those that don't know, Steve-O Speaks is going to be one of the people helping produce content for this and NBA Central. So if you guys are supporters over there, we're getting Steve-O. I actually keep forgetting to post his most latest video. Forgive my soul on that, Steve-O. But Steve-O's great. So you're going to start seeing more like whatever Steve-O decides to do, but be on the lookout for that. So Steve-O's going to be producing content for us too at a high level. Do you think BD will go to the young core a little more today? Man, listen, I don't know. I wish he would, but I can't say that for sure. DJJ going to make Cade his son tonight so him and his new fiance can adopt. Well, Cade is not playing, but I get what you're saying. It was fun when you covered the first 5 minutes of the game a while back. I think it's because you were late on the pregame. Yeah, I was late, so I wanted to do something to make it a little special. It's just not, like, I'm not going to lie to you. It's just not my skill set, man. Cam Reddish for 2 second round? No, that's not a steal. I'm sorry. No. And see, that's the thing. I think people see the potential of Cam Reddish and sometimes forget what the reality of what he is right now. He's cool. He's not that good of an NBA player. I'm sorry. And I don't mean to shit on anybody. I understand why, but like we got bigger needs than what Cam Reddish provides. Cam Reddish is much like some of the other players we already have on the team. He can be a 3D guy, right? But he doesn't really show that ability to. Cam Reddish is not giving you more. At this point, I think this season, Kobe White's been a better player than Cam Reddish. Now, he's had more opportunities than Cam Reddish, too. I want to say that. Cam Reddish has only played in 20 games this season, but I'm not as high on Cam Reddish as some Bulls fans are. Steve-O says, got a lot of plans this year, hella ideas. Well, listen, bro, just cook. That's the thing, man. You got to send me your email so I can give you full access to the channel, too. But, like, yeah, Steve-O, I'll tell you this. Like, Steve-O, the raw talent is there. And Steve-O, I guarantee you by this time next year, y'all going to be like, hey, man, can we get Steve-O on some more videos? Because Steve-O is dope, and he's funny as shit, too, and he knows his shit. The funniest shit is always when Haize tries to read a comment that's worded poorly. Man, listen, my brain be like, oh, yeah, that's fucked up. That's exactly how my brain processes it. Like, wait a second. Where did we go wrong here? See, I'm still high on Cam Reddish, but I would rather go with a free agent or buyout market, honestly. Yeah, I mean, see, and it's not that I don't. And I understand the people that are high on Cam Reddish. When you look at the raw level talent that's there, but you got to also understand he's 23 years old, so still room to develop there. But 44% shooter from the field, 30% from 3-point range, cool. Defensive rating for a player that should be a great defender isn't great. I don't know. And don't get me wrong, you got to have opportunity. That's one thing that I've said with this team. Over the last 2 seasons, Cam Reddish has only played in 35 games. So it's like, how much can you expect him to develop if he's not playing? But at the same time, it's like, is there a reason he's not getting on the court? Now, with Tom Thibodeau, those reasons can be vast. It could be because he looked at you funny one day when he woke up. So you never know. What the fuck? See, I hate ESPN's website. Just randomly starts playing ads. What are your thoughts on maybe getting Roy Hachimura? I heard earlier today the Wizards are trying to trade him. It depends on what you got to give up. But again, so between Hachimura and for another player that the Bulls fans bring up a lot, Obi Toppin, I would rather go Obi Toppin because what he can do in the pick and roll. But Hachimura, I mean, he has a lot of raw skill too. Agreed. And that's one thing you always got to look. You never know with Thibodeau. You just never know like a player could be sitting because they're just not good, or a player could be sitting because he just doesn't like the way they rotate on one certain play, and it's like now you can't play at all. So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, if the Bulls got him, man, it depends on what they would give up for him, man. It really depends. That theoretical trade that we talked about in the offseason where it's like Kobe for Cam straight up, that looks worse every day. Toppin is more athletic and active than Roy. Yeah, see, that's and I'm just theoretically saying between the two of those guys because there's a lot of people who bring both of those players up. Who you think plays the best defense, DeMar or Levine? Definitely Levine. Levine is a better defender than DeMar's ever been. Do AK have Ted Phillips tendencies because he hates speaking unless he truly has to? That's a European thing. Like, honestly, like you get some talk like people are very choosy with their words and like to talk when needed more so than just talk to talk, right? So I think I can see the comparison there for sure. All right, game's about to start, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. No halftime hangout today. It's not gonna happen. Let me say, there's a slight chance, maybe a 5% chance that I do a halftime hangout, but otherwise, be back for the post-game show. The post-game show will start by 6 o'clock. So no matter when the game starts, the post-game show probably won't start until 6. So make sure you guys are locked in. I'll go ahead and set the event for that. Post-game show is going to be a little late today just because I got to actually work my full-time job. But I love you guys, man. Go Bulls. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel. Like a like 10, everything on. Go Bulls. See red. It's game day. Peace, y'all. Love y'all, man.